So my name is Valcomer. I am one of the admins here in CCS, and every month we put on Dev Days. And today, for my session, I decided to talk about Battlefield of Eternity. We're going to be doing what I'm referring to as learning customs. So we're going to talk really briefly about the map. That's probably going to take 10 minutes or so, and then our plan is to play the map 2 or 3 times. And in between and after each game, I should say, we'll take a couple minutes to be able to provide feedback. I do have a number of people who are volunteering with me in order to allow that to happen. Caledorn said he could join in as well. No, I don't need to watch a BOE, I need to play. So I know myself, Chad, Silver Spy, who you'll see as Valk Spy, and also Snowglare have signed up as far as being able to help out on the observing and feedback side. If anybody is not, go ahead and join the in-game CCS channel. You can join that by simply typing /join CCS, and I will have a lobby link coming there in just a moment. Move myself to observer here. So you'll see my name, Valcomer, Battlefield of Eternity. Click on that blue button. Boom, you will be in here. All right, we definitely have more than 10 people because I can see all the names listed down the left side of my screen for a moment. But right now, everybody get in there. We are going to go for the review of the map. Okay, so one of our 2-lane maps, one of the things that Heroes is great for is having something that breaks up the normalcy, if you will, of a 3-map MOBA, or 3-lane map MOBA. So with Battlefield, there are the main objective of the Immortals, of course. The team that defeats the enemy Immortal gets to then have their Immortal summoned, and the more shielding or more health you have left when your Immortal is there when you defeat the enemy Immortal, the more health and shielding you get. Now, one of the reasons that the shielding is important for the Immortals is that when they have their shield, they will do ranged attacks, and that is better for sieging because they're not taking damage to that shield. And so that's one of the reasons that we want to have that shield. Obviously, of course, the greater health is important as well. Now, the tradition is that there is a 1-4 split on the map. 4 didn't turn out so well. The 1's not great either. There we go. Just because it's tradition doesn't mean that it has to be played that way. We have had many a times where we have cheesed the top wall of our enemy team because they expected us to go with tradition. So don't feel stuck by tradition. Have that flexibility. There's a video by Ishbu. If no one is familiar with Ishbu, he was a player for Heroes Hearth Esports back during the HGC era, and has a lot of great content out there where he talks about maybe you send 2 people up here while having 3 to defend down here, and then you gain an advantage top and you take the spear thrower camps because of that. I know that I have often sent a single person on a rogue mission up to take that camp while the 2 bruisers are battling it out in the top lane, just because I knew we were safe in the bottom. We had sufficient wave clear. They weren't going to take our towers. Worst case scenario, if they took the camp, we cleared it. But 3 people clearing a camp versus 1 person clearing the camp top, we had more tools available to us. Now, the objectives, like all objectives, do spawn, well, not all objectives. The vast majority of objectives spawn at 3 minutes. It's no different here for our Immortals on Battlefield of Eternity. Because of that, and us knowing that the camps all spawn at 1 minute, we want to be there at 3 minutes, and we're going to talk about 2 different team composition types with that, but we want to be at our chosen real objective. Is our objective to burn the Immortal, or is our objective to murder the other team so they can't burn the Immortal? We want to be there at 3 minutes. When the Immortal lands is not the signal to get there. there's a timer for 30 seconds prior to the immortal landing. We want to make sure we're in position. Now, back to the camps. The spear throwers can be taken essentially right at 1 minute. They're going to be cleared. They do give experience. They can help us get a little bit of pressure on the lane. That's fine. For the shaman camp, now the shaman itself will continually respawn the wargs or dogs or whatever you want to call it as they die off. So he'll constantly resummon up to the 2 or back to the 2. Now, with that, the common strategy is you want to cap this one somewhere right around the 45-second mark. 15 seconds before, 10 seconds before, maybe right before your immortal lands. One, it won't be in lane for the enemy team to clear right away. Two, you still have time to get to your immortal. So by constantly having that in place as the immortal is going with that 15 seconds left on the timer, or a few seconds less than that, you create this tic-tac-toe. If you watch Paradox's video on this, and when I upload this to YouTube, I'll include both Ishbu's video and Paradox's video in the description for everybody to follow those. But if you can capture it, you create this tic-tac-toe where you force the enemy team to clear your camp or deal with the repercussions of what your camp takes. As you go higher up the ladder, it's more likely that camp is just taken every time right before the immortal. So something that you can do is right before second immortal, say you are the left team, all of a sudden you have a heavy presence here, and you tell the enemy team, hey, we're going to invade your camp. Well, now they may take this camp early so that it's not going with the objective, because they don't want you to come in and steal it. And so now they'll still take the camp, you'll clear it early, then you'll get yours. Your camp's pushing during the objective, their camp has long since died. So there's always some nuance to it as far as when and where and what you're going to do with it, but those are some of the rules, if you will. Now, this image that I'm putting up on screen, this is from Ishbu's video. I snapshotted it on my phone, loaded it to Discord for me to use. But there is some do's and don'ts. Now, I will say on this part right here where it says don't pick heroes that rely on minions or globes to stack, Asmodan still does quite well. Obviously, Nazeebo in the current meta still has lots of power that isn't necessarily tied to him getting his minion stacks. But if you're picking Asmodan on this map, you really don't want to go into an orb build, because you're not going to hit 400 stacks easily. And so know that going in, and you have to adjust your play. Again, we talked about this. Don't wait until the objective lands to begin moving. You want to be there as it lands. You want to plan ahead for that. Create a sideline pressure for a conflict of interest, or that it's a tic-tac-toe is what Paradox calls it. We mentioned that. And do prioritize some heroes that burn the objective fast. Now, coming back over here, we're going to go into our characters. Actually, I don't think I'm going to do that just because the icons are so small. But here in game, I'm going to go to my collection if it'll let me. Fingers crossed for a second that I'm not. Okay. So, in your tanks, your very best racers are Blaze and Muradin. Muradin Q build can stack up. I realize it's fallen out of favor. But you'll see me if I'm ever playing Battlefield of Eternity when I'm with Muradin. I'm going a pure Q build, and I'm late game. I'm hitting the Immortal for 14 to 1800 per Stormbolt with that. Blaze, having his level 4 talent with Incinerator Gauntlets, does do a little bit more. His level 1 talent of Adrenaline Stim Pack boosts his attack speed greatly. Even just the passive bonus to the attack speed is a great thing, but then the active during the burn phase is of course a a massive jump for him. So those are your two best racers when it comes to tanks. Now, you can also go the opposite of anti-race, the ones that want to go in there and kill or delay some race. E-Build ETC does wonderful damage, but he still isn't going to get to 1400 damage every 6 seconds from Stormbolt, as well as his auto attacks. And I recommend taking a Skullcracker at 7 with Muradin to help with that. But ETC, with the buffs that he's gotten to his level 1 and level 7, make it so that you're just constantly putting up this additional damage. If you can get away with taking aggressive shredding at 16, you essentially have 100% uptime on your guitar solo for the extra damage with ETC. For your bruisers, you have we're getting a little bit of chat through here, but for your bruisers, Hogger is a fantastic racer. Malthael is a good poker, but it's a little more difficult to just stay there and race sometimes with him because he is a little bit less durable. Diva in pilot mode has fantastic race. In mech mode, she is an anti-racer disrupting the other team. Varian Windblades does great race. Smash helps with its cooldown to help everybody else race. And Taunt is trying to disrupt the enemy team and stay alive. Rag, you can, of course, delay the push of the Immortal by just using Molten Core every time it comes up. You should use Molten Core when it's on your wall, not waiting for it to be on your keep, because you can go beyond the range of the wall with your abilities, accepting your swipe, which you don't want to use anyway in most cases. Artanis is, of course, known for his race with amateur opponent. You do have some, as you go down, you can make it work with a Gazlo and such. Sonya, especially in Wrath of the Berserker, does a great job racing. I personally think Rexar is better than people give him credit for. He's essentially Zul'jin with an ETC friend helping out. Your ranged assassins, and this is where people put a ton of the focus. So Junkrat is an anti-racer. He's in there annoying. He's not necessarily putting a ton of race into the Immortal himself, but he is providing his normal trap Satan-ness to the world around him. Zul'jin is a fantastic racer. So long as your team is protecting you, you can go extremely low health and just go nuts. Genji is Ishbu puts it, a squirrel type that you can get in there, harass some people, and just make it so they don't want to race. Your classic racers are going to be Li Ming, Greymane, Sylvanas, Raynor. Tychus is a better racer than people give him credit for. He still has the highest DPS just sitting there pelting it. But it's that his short range is easy to push away from it. Lunara has some of the best race. You can either take Nature's Culling at level 4 or her level 7, whose name I never really remember, which is, there we go, Choking Pollen. Hanzo is I passed him, but he's a fantastic poke racer. You can't really stop Hanzo from damaging the Immortal, and so much like Li Ming sending her abilities over walls, Hanzo can constantly get that poke. Raynor is kind of your classic. Sergeant Hammer is one that I think you need the right team around, but again, she's just super long range, very safe, able to continually damage the Immortal. Vala's one of the classics with her Monster Hunter build. You don't have to go Monster Hunter to make it work, but it is the most popular. Tassadar is pretty annoying, again with the walls, preventing people, harassing, and his auto attacks aren't the worst thing in the world if you go that build. Melee assassins, you really don't have a fantastic racer here. Samuro can get in there if you're extremely good with the clones. Power to ya. Butcher late game could be great, but you got to get him stacked. You got to think of that as you're coming into it. Moving on to your healers, your very best racers in the healers are Karazim and Tyrande. You could argue for Rhaegar with his level 16 lightning, but it's very difficult to do that. And as Taco mentioned, a level 20 Anna. For your support, Cyano, I'm hearing mega feedback from you, so. All right, Cyano, I apologize.
Disable vacuum.
I muted you at this point because I could not hear otherwise. Zarya is a fantastic racer. Because of how her shield works, you can guarantee charge so long as you're communicating with your team, and she does just wicked damage to the Immortal. And then the Vikings absolutely can race, whether you have them soaking in 2 lanes and the 3rd Viking helping your team, getting an advantage that way, or all 3 Vikings getting in there. That's your race with them. Okay. So we mentioned 2 types of comps, and we're going to cut this off in about 3 minutes and get into the game. So your first comp is built around racing and defending your racers. And so whether that's having a wall tank like a Johanna or a Garrosh or even an ETC that is defending your team, that's one way to do it. And you're having someone, for this example we're going to use Raynor, who is just sitting in the back going pew pew over and over and over again. The opposite of that is a kill comp. We had one of the fastest battlefields I ever played and won. We ran Maev, Sylvanas, Imperius, Stukov, Johanna. We hit level 10 and we just ran at the other team and used Blessed Shield and Warden's Cage and Lurking Arm and Wailing Arrow, and Imperius did his spear thing, and we just made sure that a couple people died, and then we slowly raced and we won the game. But we won off of the second Immortal because we killed everybody, and then the Immortal came through and won it for us. So heroes like Diablo that can dive in and get a hold of someone are big. Being able to engage with an Anubarak, Maev, because everyone's naturally clumped around the Immortal, getting the chains and just getting resets upon resets with Fan of Knives is just huge. Your melee assassins kind of all fit in that idea. You do have healers, whether it's Lucio, Stukov, or Karazim, that are designed to get in there and disrupt very much. So if anybody's watching, the chat is providing all sorts of great options there. But those are, in essence, the 2 types. Now, you could run a delay comp that is about slowly poking the Immortal until the other team gives up while you're still soaking in the other lanes. Today we're going to focus on the 2 ideas of either race or murder. So, alright, let's get in here to the lobby. Alright, I am going to drop the people who I know are my observers. Oh, not swap team, make observer. And make observer. Okay. Who am I missing in the lobby? If we can pause the everybody spamming. I know, Bobinski, if I'm saying your name right, that you mentioned having either a group of 3 or you plus 3 friends. Who did we need to keep on your team? I can't hear anything from you, Bo, but I don't show that you're muted.
Oh, sorry. I was typing it in the chat. It's the damage and Rogue Cat.
All right. I don't actually see any of them in the game yet.
Oh, do I have to invite them? Oops. That's my bad.
Alright, I see damage. I see Bobinski. Rogue Cat says that they're in the lobby, but I do not see them. I see the...
They're not.
Damage.
Maybe they got confused. The stream. I'm in the lobby.
I think they're all in here now.
They made it.
Alright, side piece. I know you were the one of the people that initially signed up. Shadow Luigi, I know you had said you could jump in. But yeah, We've got quite a few people that I can see here on the left side of my screen. I'm happy to rotate people through. I do want to try to keep Bobinski and his buddies together since they were nice enough to.
So Anarissa invited my group, or a group of 5. If you guys don't need us, we'll just head out and do some Storm League.
I think we're probably safe. Who are your 5?
Wingman, Skog, Cake or Death, and then Sayano Extrana.
Yeah, I imagine we're fine. I do appreciate you jumping in. It seems that we very rapidly expanded from having 4 to 17. Okay. With that, with their group jumping out, I do need 3 players. I see a Taco, I see a Zephy, I see a King Andrew, Icarus Rising, I am Erica, there's a Taco, and possibly an Anna. Alright, we got a Taco, we got a Zephy.
So, because I came late, are we playing the game, or are we going like step by step, pause, talk about it, go,
No,
pause?
You're gonna play the game, and we're gonna have feedback after.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're gonna like split up into comms and stuff.
Correct.
Okay.
So to clarify, do we have specific groups that each of the 2 observers are like teams set to for advice, or are we going for general advice at this point?
I think for the observers, we split into 2 and 2. And 2 of us watch one team, 2 of us watch the other. That way, when we do the debrief after, we can stay split, join into their channels, and talk through it, and thus get through the debrief a little bit more quickly. So,
Like
all right. Is anybody who is wanting to play not in the lobby? I think that we're fairly set here. We've got 16 in the channel. Well, 2 weeks ago I had the kids open 110 chests. I don't open my loot chests anymore.
Yeah, that's always fun to do mass opens and stuff.
Well,
especially like if you want to be like, well, I'm going to be able to play a lot this weekend, so if I get a booster, I don't want it to waste.
Yeah, I let my kids open all of my loot chests at this point. But I keep the collection clean. Alright, I think we are good to go. The only people who I know aren't in the lobby are King Andrew and Delta, who I think we're just hanging out if we needed subs or not. I don't know most of the players in this lobby, so if the game is massively out of sync as far as balance, we may make some adjustments for game 2. But let's see where we can go. Team 1, you're going to stay here in Dev 3. Team 2, you're going to switch to Dev 4. As far as the observers, you can absolutely make a suggestion, Taco. As far as the observers, I would say we can split into Dev 1 and Dev 2. It looks like Snowglare and Chad, I think I saw in the notes, are going to watch Team 1, which would leave Silver Spy and I watching Team 2.
Valk, the suggestion is for what it's worth, which could be very little. If you make you referee, so you have the ability to pause if the game does seem wildly out of balance, then maybe you throw in that would be a time to pause and help give some guidance to the team that is falling behind, so that we keep a fairly balanced game, so that everybody gets value.
Sure. I will not use that power terribly quickly, but
right, of course, let it develop.
So
abuse it. Abuse it now.
You said Team 2 goes to which chat? I'm sorry.
Dev 3.
And what about Team 1?
Stay or
Oh,
sorry.
with you.
Team 1 stay in Dev 3. Team 2 goes to Dev 4. Sorry, I said that.
Cool.
Yeah. Silver Spy, are you okay going in with Chad? I had originally messaged Snowglare like a week ago to sign up with me.
Sure, I don't care.
Okay.
Where's that then?
Chad appears to be in Dev 1, and we'll jump in Dev 2.
Do we not want to listen to comms?
You're welcome to do that too. The way you could pull that off is if you mute Discord but are in party voice together, then you can still talk to each other while listening to the comms.
True. Alright, I'll jump in.
So Snowglare, let's do that. Pop out of the lobby really quick. I'll invite you into my party. I gotta scroll for a while.
Can I just watch your Discord stream?
Absolutely.
Cool. Wait.
So Silver Spy, one of you has to leave the lobby, and then
Okay.
you might even both have to leave the lobby, join party, and then join the party together. Chad, Silver Spy had mentioned the idea of being able to listen to comms. So if you mute Discord but have party voice open to each other, then the two observers can talk to each other whilst muting in Discord so the team doesn't hear them.
Okay.
But you'll need to move or leave the lobby really quick, join group, and then rejoin the lobby.
So what party am I joining? With who?
With Silver Spy.
Okay.
And you're going to observe Team 1, and we're going to observe Team 2.
Okay.
Oh, I think we invited each other at the same time and it bugged
Oh,
out.
I didn't see, Oops. How do alright, I'll leave party. Okay, you invite me.
Yeah, I think we pushed it at the exact same time, so Hot's had an aneurysm.
As it does.
And then scroll down, Malcolmer.
Mine's sending the lobby again. Elk. The invites. At this point.
I got it. I just scrolled all the way up.
Okay.
Hello? Okay. It's working.
Okay, Snowglare, we're going to jump on into Dev 4.
Alright, so is Team 1 good to...
Can you still hear me, Snowglare?
Oh,
Yep.
our observers are coming in to listen to our chat. That's why they wanted to do team voice.
Ooh, ha, ha.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Shadow, do you want to practice anything else?
I'm down. I can play like almost any healer. So
It's kind of
like
weird.
Lucio, Stukov, Brightwing. We can do Karazin for race.
So Snowglare,
Okay, and
Once
it is a
your
coin
turn.
toss for first pick, okay.
once we load, I need to
How's your
run
turn on this,
upstairs
Shadow?
during the draft.
Around that,
So
I
I won't
played
be
her with the team
commentating on the
sometimes. I pretty
draft
much
at all.
only
That'll
know
be
like trait build and
whatever
following up
you
with the
want to
tank.
say.
So
What about Uther?
How's-
Well, that wouldn't be as good for race. Uther would be good if we were trying to kill him and then do the
I'm
thing.
just trying to think about expanding Luigi's pool if he wants to.
I don't know if I want to try talking over them.
yeah, I can like I practiced Tyrande. I had her like properly tested. I
This
guess
is gonna be really confusing.
I can do it.
So this is for funsies. If you're
Yeah.
wanting to try to expand your pool, I will leave it to your discretion then. Whatever you want to play. Early on, let's pick up Sonya for Zephy. We'll pick up Murden, I think, for Taco. Depending on what gets through. Vala.
Anna's gonna be trying to go for the Vala or the Rainer.
Who is?
Anaressa.
Anna.
Yeah.
I play Vala really well. You can play a lot of the other ones too. Play Greymane. You can play. You can play a lot of them. So.
Also, as far as just because I know what my weaknesses are, if I'm too far away, on the moon is like the phrase that I key into. So yeah,
Sailors on the moon. You
What?
carry your harpoon.
basically, yeah. But yeah, on the moon is my leash phrase, basically.
Yeah.
It's my sleeper agent code.
So saying "get your ass back to us" is not effective.
Yeah, on the moon we'll take care of it.
Okay. I think we're ready. Valk. Someone's streaming?
Yeah, Valk is.
Valk's... Oh, it is.
That way we can see when they're sneaking camps and stuff.
Oh, you got called out, Taco.
Damn! I'm gonna be too busy staying alive and playing the game, Valk. Alright, I guess I'm ready.
Zeffy? You've been quiet. I haven't heard you.
Oh, ready.
Okay.
Alright, you don't
Oh,
necessarily
man.
have to comment on the draft,
My
Snowbear,
boy
but I am going to run
Zeffy.
upstairs really quick and check on kids.
What's up?
Right.
Oh.
Our team bans first.
Oh, we got first pick. We can take the heavy racer, I guess.
I'd say we ban Artanis.
Wait, how do you know we have first already?
Because it says your team bans first.
Oh, I didn't see that part. Alright,
Artanis would be my first ban here.
I like the Artanis ban.
Let's give it some time, but load it up.
Yep.
I will ready up Vala if they don't ban her. I think that's our first pick.
Yeah, if we're not looking at Brightwing, I think we should get rid of her.
Brightwing's a great second ban. I think Artanis. We're not going to take Artanis, and Artanis is a top tier racer.
Right, unless Luigi ends up wanting Brightwing.
I could play Brightwing.
Do you want to let her through the draft?
Nah, you ban it.
I think Brightwing doesn't take the Vala would take the priority there, but there's the insta ban.
Yeah.
Brightwing,
So
I think
what's
it's
the
great
backup play?
ban here.
Oh, we're looking at Li Ming. Okay. Jimmy Laner.
I like the Brightwing ban, but if we want to kill Jimmy, that's fine.
I like the Brightwing ban. Because instead of Mirrodin, I can also... Well, let's see what happens, but...
Brightwing's great everywhere on every map in all situations.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see if they prioritize race the whole way through, or if bans and hero pools shift their focus away and they end up with a muddled kinda sorta race comp that doesn't really work.
The problem with taking Mirrodin as race is it uses his CC. So it's not available.
I don't think we prioritize Burden then.
Oh,
Yeah.
troll.
Here, I would say Sonya or Ming. I would lean towards Sonya, just knowing Zeffy's pool.
I could go Gaz
Really don't
too
think
if we
so.
don't care about race
Prioritize
or
Sonya.
the Aka.
Ming is great here as well. I think we
Yeah.
pick up an early Ming then.
Yeah, I think an early Ming is good.
I can't click lock.
Take the Ming, take the Ming. I can't
hear
get to
me?
it. Yeah,
Oh,
we hear you,
we
Side.
could just now, but
Oh, sorry.
Thanks
I don't
for
like. I
that.
got disconnected from the lobby thing, and I can't click any buttons on the screen now.
well,
Oh,
you
no.
pick up Ming for us anyway.
It worked. Yeah, I was
Oh,
trying to
did
find
it?
it.
Okay. I just see a picture of the void right now.
Oh, you can't see the game at all?
it flashes like randomly, like when you banned something, I could see when you banned it, but that was it.
Oh.
Oh, this could be.
I think we do Lunara Sonya here.
Like
Any thoughts?
We could deny.
That works.
It's no time for thoughts.
We deny Lunara from Anaressa, right?
Yeah, that's true. She's a Lenara fan as well.
Okay, so they did end
Although
up with a
she's
solid
oh, what is she looking at here?
Alright,
Cassia
so
now,
they-
but because she's
Assume
mixed
just
damage.
both races.
She's probably gonna play Chromie actually.
Ban I would rather ban Chromie than Cassia on this map.
Yeah.
Chromie's good here, so.
Mhm.
Oh. How about that? Joe Cassia.
Chromie's good everywhere.
Rainer Cassia race.
Mm.
Much better than Chromie race.
They scouted
How
you
good
too.
Chromie's race is, though.
For the alliance above all.
Light bomb.
Gonna pee real quick while we finish this up.
Oh no, she's gonna play Sylvanas.
Oh yeah, Sylvana's a good pick.
Also,
All right,
possibly.
I am.
No, I don't want to dibbles into Taunt Varian. Toronto Sun to follow up. We've got I think we have really good follow up for the Taunt Variant. So we can
So now they're a
we
race
can
below it.
actually hang on.
But it's into Anduin, so.
So we can really, based off of the position of the Immortal, we can go for race or we can go for a kill.
Yeah.
I think.
Jaina
Li
is
Ming's
actually a really
cooldowns
good
are a
choice
little
here
bit of
on
a
the
factor,
left.
but like Lunar, Toronto Sonya can pretty much follow up
They're not gonna
at any time.
And Li Ming resets too.
Also a good
Yeah,
pick.
they called
Capitalize
that
on resets.
obvious Sylvanas.
I had to turn.
Who's our first target if we do that though? Jimmy, Sylv.
Alright,
It's full of tacos. Tacos are very energetic.
Whoever I get to, I'll call it out too.
so I don't actually like Taunt Varian into Joe as much anymore.
I'm very
because
vocal,
between
when
Falling
thinking.
Sword and Iron
So
Skin, I feel
if
like
you need to get calls
you can't taunt anyone.
just talk me down. Or I can. I don't
I
know
think
if
you
you
can
want me to
play
shot
around
call
it.
or not, Caledorn. You seem pretty comfortable with it, so.
Well, I thought the game was crashing there for a second. I was like, oh, great.
Shot call who I leap to.
Yeah.
Right, looking at what we have, I think we have the stronger overall race. We can try to slow down. We can try to do like a 4-1.
I am grabbing some.
We are feeling behind.
Oh, have
Well,
four stall in one race.
yeah. Could even be like Lunara racing and leaning, throwing orbs and stuff when she can.
That could be.
And the rest stalls.
So both teams are kind of race comps in my mind. You
And
do
then it's
have
gonna be saving
Joe
people
that can be an
for killing
anti-race.
them if we're killing them
but-
quick.
Yeah.
Rainer has good race. Sylvanas has decent race.
Show
Gazlo,
really slows them down.
if they go
So they're not RTA
Saws.
heavy.
is good, but that
Yeah.
loses the grab a bomb, so it's a big
It's not
payoff
necessarily the
for
blind,
going
it's
race with
more
Gazlo.
the presence and the
Or
threat.
big
Trade-off.
sacrifice, trade-off, yeah.
Joe doesn't present a threat though.
Alright.
She does if you think her team's behind her.
Yeah,
Are they gonna cheese here
but
to
they
start?
have to like actually be there.
Yes.
That's possible.
Or the illusion wears off after a while.
Boy who cries wolf.
I think we
What's-
stay mid-ish. I'm gonna send a wisp top, and I'm gonna get increased vision. We see them coming. We
I'm
need
gonna
to
say
move
I am
top.
bird.
My,
Prepare yourselves for battle, friends.
So let's try to stay like here-ish. And if they're gonna choose top, we need to gun it up there, okay?
timing wisely going with.
I think it'd be fun
Teleport
if you
build.
got rid of these 3 mid towers that the core becomes exposed.
5, 4, 3,
Sending a wisp here.
1. We cannot tarry.
Wonder how much
Let's
true
stay.
shock aura
Yeah,
it
let's
does
stay
here.
mid-ish,
Oh, yeah.
around the lower objective-ish. Zappy, you
Yeah,
go
so
top.
seems to be by himself.
Two
Yeah,
bot.
they're
Okay.
showing bottom, so.
Yeah, they're not cheesing. 3 bot, Sylv missing.
I think if you wanted to
Might be looking
defend
at
from
top
the
well,
cheese,
though.
though,
Maybe.
you don't all hang out mid. You do like
She's
a 1 on
still
each
on
end,
Still.
3 in the middle. You know, you have a variant
Careful,
in this
Zappy.
bush, for example.
Well, they
I'll
said
choose
they,
bottom
they
here.
sent the wisp top.
No cheese.
Oh, I got rooted. And I missed that glow. Damn it.
This is weird. I'm not in Spazos. I'm in Ali OBS.
Well,
Keep in mind, I'm not a real boy.
they're just not doing
I always have to
damage
remind
that
myself
way.
of that before you're not a real boy.
So side piece just needs to be angling from the sides more, whether that's hanging out up here.
He's kind of just chucking spells.
Good. My mouse is dead.
We just
Because
died.
he's wrecking Zephy.
No. I'm good. I had a cord.
Yeah, so far Omega's
Yeah,
really
it's
struggling
not
to get
that
any damage
Yep,
on
will do.
anything. Hitting the front of the wave or hitting nothing at all.
I missed most of the draft, so when was Raynor picked up versus when was Lunara picked up?
They look like they're sneaking in the bottom.
Raynor was first
Guys
rotation.
are on bottom.
It's like
They are.
Still not a real boy.
1-2 for them, and they had a second pick.
Oh, he's low though. He's low.
It was a
Sure.
bad
No, back
fight
up.
for red.
Give.
Varian didn't have taunt
Good effort.
yet, and they gave
Yeah, I think they
Mega
got
Divine
Sonya
Star.
Lunara 2-3
Clear.
after the Raynor.
Still got 90 seconds on.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick Luna after Raynor because Raynor literally outranges her.
Just work hard.
Good.
Reed,
I'm
you're
glad
the
I was
camp.
close enough that you got it. Bruiser camp. Yeah, we can grab
It's too
Joe
late
here.
on the Bruiser camp.
If we're close, are we close? We
But
close?
we need to get into racing. We need to
Still
get
on
into
it?
racing, guys.
Okay.
Oh, they got
Good
him.
so. Okay. We're
That's as
still not
well
on
as
racing.
they could have hoped
Have
there.
to get ready to come down and clear.
That
Halftime.
helps close the XP gap.
We're racing. We're racing.
I like Ming's
Grabbing
positioning here
right
using
now.
the wall.
Okay, I'll clear halftime. I'll
Uh-oh,
clear
we
halftime.
lost Silver Spy.
We got our race. We got our race.
Oh no.
Jeffy, careful.
Yep.
Clearing. Just the
No, he
shaman.
can't see.
You guys okay there? Yeah.
Yep.
He
we
could
got
see
halftime.
if
We're going
if
to
Chad
ours. It's right. It's gotta
starts
be right.
Discord
Okay, he's
streaming.
back.
Yep. Aggressive side.
They just,
They spent too
win this
much
race
time
Anduin.
bottom clearing.
I know.
No,
I
don't.
I
Just
was too
race,
far
just
out
race.
to follow.
Ignore the Anduin and the Joe.
Yeah.
Just
Just
race.
race.
It's okay. He was
First.
right there. It was had to try, right?
Yep.
It's luckily they figured that out too.
Oh, they got.
Wait, they
got
lost.
raced.
Spot race.
What?
They won.
So Zephy
Oh, you
took
guys
the
were
camp.
racing.
We were.
Zephy
I mean, Raynor
needed
is a
to
lot
be
of
there.
damage.
Yeah.
Zappy go bottom. Zappy go bottom.
Yep.
That
On my
was-
way.
As they were so far ahead, I thought they had it easy, but I didn't notice Gazlo came down to help.
Still bot. Still bot.
That was a clutch move.
I march for Hell's Gates.
Yeah, if Zephy had rotated down, I think that was a different story for our red team.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they definitely win it if it's 5v5. Probably 4v4 too.
They're killing people.
The camp got free clear.
Go. Raynor.
Now they
That's
only
a good
lost
dodge.
cannon
Stop time.
towers.
Oh, I can't believe he got
Anduin.
away.
He was so low. So I also don't love
He was
that
actually dead.
That
Good point.
Sylvanas is bottom
Alright.
instead of Gazlo. So
Take it back.
Sylvanas shutting
Camp out
down
for
the
the XP.
towers.
19 seconds for bot
Yeah,
camp.
Syl should absolutely not be offlaning.
Though I'm
Right,
not the
Zephyr, we're getting
observer
this.
for
You
that
can
team.
rotate top. We'll get
I'm
bottom
trying
here.
to focus on the red team.
Well, those guys need to yell at Anarasa, unfortunately. Because that is a
Someone
big
needs to
mistake.
be soaking top.
Experience-wise, red team's doing
I'll stay
really
top.
well.
You guys, Zephyr, stay down there.
They-
Yep, they stayed even.
I'm handing up. Hand it up.
They're actually
Go ahead.
ahead on
And they
mercenaries
didn't lose the
and
well.
behind on minions, but the
We're
one hero
outnumbered.
kill.
But we can
is
grab
what
the Anduin
evens that
quick
up.
as soon as it's about to go down. Okay, there. Rainer,
Oh,
Rainer's
good stun.
durable
flank.
enough. Oh,
oh,
You guys
Joe
can
Buick.
get out, stay
I'm
alive.
here, I'm here, I'm here.
Over here, no taunt, 10 seconds.
that was a 3v4, and red team got away with it. So
Yeah.
Rainer is
Well,
Getting
because
right
it wasn't
position.
really a 3v4, because they were there, and half the blue team was just sitting in late.
so Rainer
You have to actually use your numbers, or you don't have your numbers.
kill target.
Fortunate mistake.
So I just wrote down that Rainer's not really a kill target because of his.
So right now,
Rainer's
Syl is
racing,
getting
Sylvanas
good
is
values for
pushing.
pushing. But that's because red team is letting.
Red team just really didn't want to be late.
We at halftime.
Find another way.
Red team won that.
Yeah, we're like barely winning this.
Yes, it did.
They're in time.
Do we blow someone up?
I think
If this
that
is
See where it
5v5
goes.
race, then
No, it's right here, yeah.
Let's blow up,
okay,
blow
they're
up, blow up.
defending. Yeah, I don't think.
In it,
I think
to win it,
red
in it,
has
to win it.
in this. Oh.
Anduin?
God.
Never mind.
Okay, we race.
I don't
we
love
race.
the
go
call
race.
to defend,
But
but
side
I
piece,
Rainer's below.
love the surprise.
Alright, what'd you
of
say
the
to me?
enemy.
Side piece and I are racing.
Yeah, there was some miscommunication there.
Don't take hits.
Pretty sure Anduin
on
had
the slow
full
game.
left, but he
Good
was
dive
off
down there, guys.
racing? Or not even, he was defending
You
their
got it?
portal
You got it?
for
Stun?
no reason.
Nice, get out,
You
Simon.
the gloves?
Got it.
I'm actually
Where's the
surprised
heading? Where's the heading? Come on, come on,
Sonya
come on. Okay, I'm getting
One
top.
bottom.
got out there.
Yep, Zephy's going top.
We got 10.
So right here with the tens advantage,
And second. There we go, we got it.
Anduin?
Oh no, what is Anduin doing?
Nice strike.
Yeah, so
That was a good
so
shot.
with
was
the
just
tens
Rainer.
advantage, I want them to get a kill. Now they got it
Top
anyway,
tower first.
but
Bottom
I
tower
would have
now.
been fine if they took a 5v4 just to guarantee a
Rainer
kill in the
stepping up a
fort
lot.
up
Alright,
tens
I got
Yeah.
taunt, and when
That's fine.
Sylvanas steps up,
and lose the other lane of experience.
Let's get the fort. Let's get the fort. The fort's object. Primary.
why did he
Okay.
shield wall?
Let's kill someone.
Wait,
Can you get something?
Oh well.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't been showing
No,
talents
let's just play it
most
safe.
of the game. I was on
Let's
experience
get
for the
bottom
last
camp
3
after it
minutes.
dies. Bottom camp?
Well, I can see it in the default view.
Oh, it's 20
20
seconds
seconds.
out. Never mind.
Demon's attack has
Whoa.
Right,
Alright, then
I
I'm
just
gonna-
mean
do
in
we wanna
general for
contest the
folks.
bruiser?
Right.
I don't hate it.
Oh,
My
I
leap's
catch
down,
you,
though.
we got
Okay,
that.
So
never mind.
I
Maybe it's the
hate
standard deal.
contesting
I'm gonna
this
back for mana.
Why?
because
Let's go get
Yeah.
top.
what
Let's go
does
get
that
top.
camp
Camp
gain
top.
us
I'll meet you
versus if we die, how much
Lee
does
and I
Sylv
should be
punish
okay.
us?
Is
So
that
I'm
just-
glad
we're
that
not
they
doing
pulled
anything, You
off.
don't see us.
Glad
We're not here.
pulled.
Alright, then I'm gonna start clear, at least catching the
I'm
spot.
not sure why they all went top though.
Get soaked on bottom.
Yeah, the
If they don't lose spot
Let's
well
push
here,
it
I'll
top.
be very
Let's try to take this
surprised.
fort. Just play safe bottom.
if they trade though
Yeah,
against the
Okay, there's
Gazlo,
well, no, that's bad. They're racing a Syl.
well, and the variant's probably gonna die.
We're taking top. We're
I've got
taking
4
top.
bot.
Watch out, the bomb.
But if
You
they
said-
trade
okay,
the
get top,
structures,
Fine.
Yep.
they're
got
still
top on one
ahead
kill.
and they got the
Oh.
kill up here.
So,
I'm getting back camp.
yep.
Yeah, see,
Let's
they're
go-
going
let's go
to race,
defend
now
it.
they're going to keep.
I don't
They have to back.
I don't know that the camp is important right here, Zephy.
Why is Tron not backing?
Okay.
What is Tron doing? Oh my god.
I
went
may
incredibly
be
slowly.
faster.
That's a nice way to put it.
So then you have camp pushed off.
I fight for the
We have 13. We can just go fight them.
Yeah.
No.
So they lost
wait.
most of
We
Keep
defend.
Wall.
I got Shattered
Shot it.
Girl, so Joan is a viable target now.
Leap in 10.
Behind it. Raise.
Joe.
Johanna. Oh, she's in the air.
Oh, Taco dies.
Blue
Oh,
team
the immortal
don't
just
really
saved
need
Taco.
to race here. They just need to get halftime, and then they'll have a favorable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dead.
Oh. You got
We
swept.
stay here. We stay
Trade
here. and defend.
losers.
Stay here and
Oh,
defend.
that's
Get kills.
Done.
Oh,
Is that
good
an
kills.
immortal stun or a Toronto
Yeah.
stun?
I'm gonna go tap. Let's
Yeah,
wait for them
Joe walked into
to
the
respond
event.
top.
Yeah.
We're waiting.
It might have been Toronto.
I don't have
but
tap, so
she-
I'll gladly use
She
Toronto.
just walked into that.
Hey, okay, we go. We race. We race now.
Yeah.
They're responding.
Sorry for the not so great
8
camera
seconds.
work, but I was writing notes.
Sylvanas.
Still needs to counter there.
Oh, she gets
That
pulled.
was a great pull. We got the pull out.
Oh, they didn't have follow
Yeah.
up anyway. Oh, ouch.
For Silver or Rainer. Rainer or Silver.
Flanking. We got, alright, taunts up.
Oh,
10 seconds for leap.
into the root. That could have been dangerous.
Oh,
Taco's dead.
well, there goes Taunt.
You can absolutely murder that.
Okay, this is Reset City then.
I'm dropping frames like crazy.
If Ming would just step up past the Joe, so many kills.
That was unfortunate timing. on
You're saying
everything.
just get on the other side of the Joe?
Back out. Back
Yeah,
out.
yeah, just
Just
go
got
around
lane
her. She
pressure.
already used
Good lane pressure
Spalling
top.
Sword.
Just defend.
Like, just walk past her.
Wait for them to respond. We don't need to
Sony
engage
even
here.
dove in. If Ming is
Everything's up in
peppering them
5.
with orbs, they're so dead.
But it's still not halftime, so even if they push halftime, they have to stop DPS.
Oh,
Eleanor,
Yeah. 2 leaps.
oh no, the classic, not enough leap charges. This is why I don't
Yep.
program
Big lane pressure top.
And doesn't have any mana.
2 leaps too hard.
I think you still defend. You still defend this 4.
Coming down.
They need to
This
respond
is a
top.
really long objective.
Hey, Sylvanas.
I like the idea of defending just because they have taken down forts in both lanes.
Rainer's
So
Oh,
it was a strange
Sylvanas is
leap.
there. Sylvanas.
yeah, we
Getting
had a
there.
Okay. We got
Getting
it.
to Joe.
Defend.
leap disconnect.
Yeah, it's all.
Pull that Gazlo. Okay,
Wow.
go race, guys.
Alright, go
They
race.
just
Yeah.
ran him down.
Yep.
That's
Taco,
brutal.
you stay and defend. Everyone else race.
I actually disagree with that. I
Zephy,
think
go
that
take top here.
2 people race being Zephy
Go ahead and what?
and
Oh, take
Kellenor,
top camp.
and the
Yep.
other
Okay.
3, which have a blow-up kill combo, stay and defend.
We're gonna go top camp after this and help him if it's
I think
not
this
done.
is fine.
I guess it's just 2,
I feel like they're
but
getting. Rainer's probably
They're
on his.
getting their
They really
back
want
here.
to burn this as fast as they
Yeah,
can
yeah.
because they were way behind.
Do you want to
No,
invade?
Ming needs to
Let's
hard.
invade.
Yeah, come.
Oh,
Wait,
Ming
wait,
has no
It's
mana.
not worth it.
You have no kill push.
Sure it is.
I
maybe.
think there's enough people there now.
Can we?
but-
Can we? Oh.
Yep, we can.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
They
they,
didn't get my armor down in time.
Oh no, they did. It's
No.
Mana.
That was bad play.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Oh.
We sent the
Somehow Ming
message.
gained
That's
Good
what
news
matters.
is
that.
the
It's
blue
all
team
about
still
sending the
has to.
message.
That did not work out at all.
The whole camp died right away. No.
Yep, they don't have it.
We have spear throwers top pushing against the immortal, so
So I wrote down
spears are
value
high.
invades only.
our back camp is up now. Just
It's a
started.
curse, but not for me.
So we got a
So
wall
they
both
did
top
get
and
both
Oh,
bottom.
walls.
that top
And
camp
we're
though.
getting
Yeah,
keep damage right now.
I guess Sonya got that while I wasn't looking. Sonya's
Yeah,
very
when they
focused on
were
camps this game.
when they were doing the final half of the race,
Let's do it,
Sonya
then head
went and
bottom.
started the camp,
Bottoms up.
which camps get less and less value
Zephyr will
over the
come after
course
you
of the
in a
game.
second.
Taking this bruiser camp right
Zeb
now
bottom,
means
we'll
that
join
we
him.
guarantee we
You're gonna
can't take
see
it
me
before the next immortal.
Nope.
Okay, I'll get it. I'll stand on it.
Yeah, this
Nope,
is
they got it
just
already here.
taking it off the map.
We can
It's the
respond.
only play there.
I like it.
And it should easily be
We
cleared
have
before
lane
it
pressure
gets
top
anything.
still. They have to respond top. So the lane is. in
Well,
our
they have to
favor.
respond top in like 10 minutes. Like they're
Just
fine.
let's push into our keys. We have lane pressure top.
Zephy going for those deep flanks.
Zephy, just
dang it,
be
I just-
careful.
Yep.
Clicked on somebody and
Oh my god.
They see you,
Vision.
Raver, in the push. Nope.
Vision OP.
Are we attacking him now?
We're gonna leap on
No,
Rainer. Leap
I
on
mean, we
Rainer.
can keep peppering them down.
Leap on Rainer. Rainer stepped up.
Hello, comms? Hello?
Joe,
was
Joe, Joe.
the slowest
counter
reaction.
though.
No.
Oh,
That-
double bomb.
Wait, how did Tehran leap on me?
I should
I saw Sonya fly through the air, but I didn't see Tehran.
Rhonda stepped up to try to finish it, got caught by the grapple.
We're chasing them. We got
Oh,
top
the
keep.
green.
The
Oh,
fact that they've kept him
Oh,
here
yeah.
while top keep went down
It's not damage.
is pretty bad.
Get those resets
Yeah.
for me. Get those resets for me.
Team's core is under attack.
Okay. Okay, we play safe.
so like I said, that
This
camp
game is so
should
much fun.
have easily been cleared
top
before it
keep.
got
We
any
can
hits.
And we're getting through.
Whoa,
the
one
whole-
more
so
damage.
we
Keep
decided
them
to
down there.
ignore
Don't
it.
get them. Oh,
Oh,
don't let them back.
That was a
Oh,
Dude, I don't know
It
where they
wasn't
are
gonna
anymore.
They've been
matter
gone for a
on
while.
core damage.
No, we're not getting core
just
damage.
race. Get race.
wow.
Alright, now that I'm only streaming to one location,
Well,
I'm doing
we got
much
a
better than
head
when
start
I
at a
was
race.
streaming to both.
Yeah.
So blue team's on really, really,
Come up here,
really
protect my
deep
side,
water
please.
now. And it's mostly
Get
because of
top,
Sonya,
get
really.
top of the racing. Go,
There
get
you
Rainer.
go.
Get Rainer, get Rainer.
Jimmy.
There he is.
I don't.
Run him
Again, I
down.
don't feel like
Coming,
Rainer's a
coming top.
kill target.
We have
I
lane
feel
pressure.
like the
Sylvanas is
proper
back.
kill
Sylvanas is
target
back.
is
Joe, Joe, Joe,
Steven.
Joe. She is falling apart. That 20 is gonna be brutal.
Anduin should probably be the focus.
I'm almost there. We're going, guys. We're going Anduin. Anduin.
I can't get there. I can't get there.
Leaping on Anduin.
Oh, big leap, but big
Bye.
wailing arrow too.
Huge.
Get out, guys.
But they're clumped for Gravo. Oh no.
Yeah, in this case against a
Oh,
Gazlo, I would not recommend
dice.
Calamity
Oh my W.
simply because
Okay,
it
I think we
puts
race or
leaping
die.
in a dangerous spot. And if you absolutely want to do
Sylvanas.
Calamity,
Stabbing
I would
just
take
for life's
Diamond
sake.
Skin at 16 so that you can survive in something like that a little bit.
It'll be outrageous.
Diamond Skin is underrated, and Orb at 16 is a trap talent.
So I'm in it right now.
But yeah, with Calamity, you have to be very careful with this stuff.
Got him. Watch for. They didn't
They have
get
Gravo,
any
they
camps.
have
They're
Light
doing
Bomb,
any
they have
camps.
Wailing Arrow. So there are all sorts of ways you can press E one time, get trapped, and die.
So quick
Some damage.
break from just red
Okay.
team. How balanced do we feel the teams
Play
are?
it safe, guys. Just play it slow. Let's wait for the immortal.
Yep.
Let's not
Like
die.
skill wise,
Yeah.
Dying is bad.
The gates of
I
heaven.
really don't know.
No, dying is good.
I feel like overall it's been relatively equal. I want to check some of the players'
Immortal's here. Still play it
stats
safe.
to see if I'm
Look for a
putting
pick.
5 bronzes up against half gold. You know,
We'll just take the keep.
I think this game has been mostly decided by macro decisions.
Okay, we're getting out. We're getting
I don't feel like
Like
blue
blue
team
team
has
should
a-
at least have
Their
one
team's
more
up. Let's
building
give it
right
to them.
now.
We'll give them their king.
Has fallen.
Okay.
Well,
All
and
the
there's
other
been a
camps are
lot
up.
of death this game.
Run,
Between the two
yeah.
teams, there's 29.
So you're going top 10. That's our
Yep,
next
yep.
objective.
Heading
That's
top
our
10.
stop. We're heading to
And they're
top.
almost evenly distributed,
We're heading to top.
which kind of suggests that
Blue team's core
the
is
building
Goodness.
should be a
I'm
lot
still
more
not used to
even.
having turned on click through math.
Especially since one the trailing team has Sylvanas.
So
if
right
there's any
here is
advantage,
red
They're
team.
clearing, they're
push
clearing.
really
Okay, we're
hard.
going to our back camp.
I think they just sit in a
Back camp.
bush. Because
We're
you
playing
know
this
blue
slow.
team's going
We
to
have
come
so
check,
much lane pressure, guys.
and you can save this camp for the
We don't
immortal
need to
phase.
engage. We need to wait. We'll
Instead,
find a
they
pick.
huddle on the
There's
wall,
three top, three
or on
top.
the camp.
Because
Three,
imagine
four
if
top.
they
Kill that
cleared
bottom.
2 of the
Let's pressure
minions
bottom.
and could just
We can
cap
just
it
wait in that bush real
relatively
quick.
easily, but
Let's
they
wait
were
here,
hanging
wait
out in
here,
the
wait here.
bush,
Yeah.
waiting for the blue team to come across.
Oh, they heard you.
No, but they're in the wrong
We
bush.
can go core now. No.
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh, wait,
they
wait,
can
just
go to
wait.
that bush.
Okay.
Are they going?
Their camp's up in 3
Don't take
minutes.
us forward.
Or rather, it's down for 3
No, they're not.
minutes.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. Let's go. We're on top. We're on top.
Yes.
There's
It's
too
a little
much
late
vision.
on that, but yeah, way too much.
And Johanna is falling
Come
sword.
here, buddy. Oh.
Oh no.
Johannes is down.
Still didn't get the memo.
Okay, we're looking for another switch.
Andrew.
Anduin.
I'm really slow.
Oh, Anduin's gonna go down.
Yeah.
That'll be
Okay.
They're
game.
just
Sharp ball.
they're just way too split.
Going to Gazlo.
Joanna slowed. Okay, if
Okay,
you get it.
okay.
So
I
the
think we
advantage for red
race
team
clear.
here is both
Let's go
Taco
race.
and
Race is a safe
Celadorn
win.
are
I mean,
talking
yeah,
a fair
Two
amount.
of them
down.
are dead.
2 down, we should be able to win, but this is.
Oh, Zephy's gonna die.
Race is
Yeah,
safe
so
win.
needs to be.
Someone needs to go clear. Zephy go clear.
And you know how Zephy died there? The combination of blessed momentum and eternal retaliation.
We gotta fight them. They're here. What do you mean? We can't split.
I think Zippy
We all
died
clear.
there from
We
the
just lost Keith
combination
to that.
of being
lost Keith.
30 miles deep.
Well, yes, but
I'm gonna die.
I'm coming,
We're
Luigi.
coming, Luigi.
But yeah, that fight, I think if that's a 5v5, it goes a lot
great.
better.
Rainer's dead.
But effectively,
Wow. Clear.
it
I'm
was
clearing.
like a
I'm
5
can you-
Guys.
bonus.
Protect Taco.
wow,
Oh my God.
demoralizing shout. Did you hear that?
No
Oh no,
shit.
that was. Oh yeah, it was demoralizing.
Not even close.
Wow.
Well,
I'm
they have-
demoralized.
They lost their race in Rainer.
My damage is massively reduced.
Yeah,
They
that's
didn't
just
really
easy
lose
win.
their
And
race
their healers,
if
their healers in base. Kill them on
Gazlo's
ours.
there and Gazlo took big game.
We get halftime.
Look at all of those turrets.
Okay. Their healers.
I want to kill him. Rawr.
Well, you got your wish. The structures are a little
Here, get
closer.
defense. We can stay here all day.
Man, when did the go?
Okay, we get a kill.
That was
Oh,
a
it
good
must
use
have been
of
because the shaman
unstoppables.
camp outpushed the little dinky spear throwing
Got
camp.
the line ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
the
you're
huge
talking
light
on
bulb.
gas?
Huge.
They're
Gazlo's
dead.
dead. Okay.
That's
You
game.
just run bottom. And
Okay.
no,
You
and
actually want to run top because of the
side
minion
first.
wave, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's win.
oh,
no.
Joe just wrecked your minion wave.
Blue team's core is under attack.
Alright, easy Joe V5.
Not dying is the objective here.
If Joe and Rainer focused on Sonya or Tyrande, whoever's closest, like I get it, Ming can fry the core from wherever,
Yep.
but
Nice.
The memes.
alright, it worked. I don't think Archon's the worst thing in the world, but
I mean, that last team fight just sealed the game.
alright, I'm gonna unmute in Discord.
That was fun.
Hello, Team 2.
That was a really good match.
Alright,
Hey.
Zephy, my first point is for you.
You got
Yes.
a point. You've been awarded a point, Zephy. I'm so proud.
You're winning.
I think I already know
How-
what he's gonna say.
How valuable is a spear thrower camp versus having the immortal?
Oh, my first camp take up there. Oh yeah,
You
I
took
heard
the
something
top
about
camp,
the racing. Yeah.
And the team lost the immortal by roughly 2,000 health.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
everyone learn from this moment, and that is the immortal will get more value than the camp. There are times where even a shaman camp pushing against your lane, if you have enough race, you want to just race, because the time that it takes you to leave the lane or leave the immortal, go to lane, clear it, and come back is all the enemy team needed to win the race. So the camp is not as valuable as the immortal. Now, we did have camps throughout the game that got way too much value. As
Yeah,
you,
to be fair, I think that was the only bad camp take in the game. Sony did a lot of camp work and got massive value.
Snowglare raised a point for the Li Ming. So early on, you guys just could not clear the waves very well. For Li Ming, I don't remember who had the video. It may have even been Paradox's 4 mistakes on Ming video. The way that you work this between your Varian and your Lunara and you is Varian and Lunara work specifically on one of the 2 outside melee minions, because when that goes down, now you as Li Ming come either above or below the wave, and you can send your orb to where it now hits more minions, where if that first side melee minion catches it, it stops it from hitting more of the wave. And so that was, it's an extreme detail piece, but if you can work on that with your tank and with your damage dealer, your other damage dealer, it makes your orbs way more effective on clearing a wave. And it felt early on like the waves were just in our face, at our wall, and the only things that we could attack were the center minion and Johanna, and so they were pushing into us. My next point is for Taco. Rainer's not a very good kill target. Now, as the game went on and your burst increased, sure. But Rainer has...
That armor, right?
He didn't actually take armor. He took the healing off of Give Him Some Pepper. But because Rainer has an oh crap button to push in his E, when you go after him, before you have taunt, you can't even stop him from pushing that button. But and Varians tend to telegraph, and I'm one of them, and I telegraph too, but Rainer's a very difficult kill target early in the game. And we saw how explosive you could be on Sylvanas until she got Will of the Forsaken and Johanna had her cleanse. Rainer's just a bit tougher. Sometimes you take what you can get, but there was times where it's like, okay, we're gonna get Rainer. No, Rainer's gonna miraculously get away, which he did.
Yeah, surprised the shit out of him.
Yeah, he got away a lot early on.
I think, given their comp, I mean, absolutely, Sylvanas. Well, Anduin is always a target if we can get to him, but if he's positioned well, we won't. Then Sylvanas. Right. But as the game progresses, once I get Shield Breaker or Shattering Throw, I think Joe's the target. We just front to back.
Yeah, which works really well. It's tough with their comp because of Pole, because of Falling Sword. I've actually fallen out of love with Varian against Johanna because of the Falling Sword change. I feel like post 10, I just don't get to taunt anybody. I realize that there's still opportunities, but Johanna's will just play safer.
You gotta respect Taco's ability to change targets mid-fight and call it. So.
Yeah, the comms were great overall, so I think that was fantastic. And yes, I'm giving some pointers, and I don't want everyone to just feel like I'm hitting them with a bat. You won. Great job. You had all sorts of good moments. Next point was at level 10, we capped the objective at level 10. And at that point, I would be okay with keeping Sonya with you just for a moment. Because we know Gazlo's going to go up north and try to keep him in the experience game. But if we bring Sonya, and at level 10, we're just going to jump on somebody's face, dump every single ability that's used by R on them, and watch them fall over. Now, it's 4 plus an Immortal on bottom against 3. And Sonya goes back up top. We will lose a little bit of soak, but it's a gamble that I would have liked to see us use, considering we got 10 right as the Immortal was coming in.
Was that where we captured top, though? We split it and
nope.
Zephy was bottom?
That's coming later.
Okay.
We sent Zephy top to go against the Gazlo, and we actually did get a kill right there, and we got the fort. We pushed up to keep wall and kind of backed out. We then talked about taking the camp and didn't, which was a great thing. Taking that camp, the camp would have been cleared way too easily, and it was just too high of a risk proposition for us.
Yeah, which point was this?
This is right after tens.
Okay.
We talked about going to the left camp, and then we said, nah, we're not going to. We all rotated top and took the camp, and then sieged the top fort. Now, we tried to trade structures with the Sylvanas. Now we're up structures, so trading's okay, but we needed to get back to the keep wall faster, because Sylvanas just kept her minions alive by shutting down the cannon towers in the fort. And
Is that when I was defending bot on my own?
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I just trying to visualize.
She didn't take possession, so it's not that she was building up extra wave, but she just was able to go all the way through keep wall. And once we took the top fort, because we killed Gazlo, we took the top fort, some of us hearthed and some of us ran. In that scenario, I realize it's a 2-lane map and it's smaller. Running was slower than hearthing, and we just wanted to try to get back a little bit faster on that.
Some of us ran to a camp.
Yeah, that was Zeph. But we don't want to lose the wall. So if Heroes of the Storm is a great name for marketing, right? But if it was the literal translation that we wanted of this game, it would be Heroes of Destroying Structures. It'd be like demolition of the structures. That
Heroes
would be
of the
name
core.
Yeah. And so a camp is a means to an end at any point. If we're going to take the camp, it's because that camp's going to help us push a structure or help us distract the enemy so that we can push a structure. And so if the enemy is taking our structures, that really needs to piss us off. Nobody does that in my house, right? You don't come in and start eating my walls. You don't do that, right? We need to be that forceful about our structures. You don't come into our house and start eating our walls. And so we just hearth, we get back there. We did get some kills, and we set up the next objective decently well. It was at that point, after we won that objective, that we took the lowest value invade we could have. And this is probably the one Taco was thinking of. And that is, we just went all sorts in on that camp. The enemy team spawned. We took the camp. They killed us. Sure, our Immortal was pushing, but had they taken that camp, because the Immortal was pushing bottom, the camp would have gone bottom, and we would have just obliterated the Immortal there. So on all of your invades, and I realize it's tough to go through this checklist all right then, right? But what is the value proposition of that? What is the risk proposition of that? And so that one happened to be our hardest camp invade, and camp's values get lower and lower throughout the game. I realized we had a camp that took the keep that really shouldn't have late game. But as
I think that was after that.
It was after that.
Like blue team was ahead, I think, around that point of the game, but then they just let that camp free push, and that really messed them up.
Oh,
I think we were ahead on structures almost all game because we had the top
really bad at
fort
this
for most of the game.
Oh, Silver
So
Spy isn't.
we were often calling hold, hold, hold. Let's watch for them to respond. Because we could do that because we still had our top fort. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought we had top fort most game.
Yeah,
we
you
were
guys
holding
were
on
ahead
to
on structures most of the game, and that late game shaman camp went through
Well, the
their
thing is-
keep.
The thing is, you took the top fort when they took your bot fort, and then they pushed further because they had Sylvanas, and they got most of your keep wall. So that's
I
when I
feel
think
like-
they went ahead, but then they started falling behind, and then they lost that keep, and that's when they really got behind.
So
I felt like
think
we were playing from behind most of the game, even if we weren't actually behind.
I think we got an early bottom fort, and then we exchanged top fort for bottom fort, but then Sylvanas did push in further. So we had 2 forts versus 1 fort there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Valk. I just came up with a CCS name.
Nice.
Ready? You ready?
I'm not ready.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Sure, I'm just trying to set up the next lobby. But overall, you guys did well. Again, you won. There's nothing to be too critical over. But if we can make those little changes to improve the game, we want to end every game in 10 minutes with us as the W, right?
Right.
But there are times where that's not going to come together, and I get that. But if we can make those little adjustments to make it a reality, now we win more games. We go from a 50% to a 55% win rate.
And that means you're gaining points.
That means you're climbing.
Well, actually, not Storm League. It doesn't.
Nope.
You need like a 60 to 70% win rate to actually gain
The
points.
game does like to give weird point values for wins and losses.
Like, oh, you
Exactly.
did good.
Get
160
wrecked.
points. Oh, you lost. You got spanked. Minus 240. Like, thanks, game.
Yes, how dare you lose after we matched you against a vastly superior opponent?
I know. Anyway, yeah, Valk, I'm naming. I don't care what they actually are. I'm naming your next team Crisscross and Applesauce.
Nice.
Shadow Luigi, you here?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not on my friends list. That needs to change.
CCS names? Oh, I got you. Sorry if this is too real for some people. Can't climb silver.
Oh man, that's awesome. Oh, I don't climb it, I
was
leap it.
Far too real. That got deep.
Taco, I think I'm gonna swap you and Anna if she agrees to it.
Oh, on teams. That's
complete
fine,
silver.
I guess. Are you gonna swap the rest of us too? I like these guys.
You're welcome to come back, obviously. But let's see, swap
The
with.
other 4 on their team, Damage, Rogue Cat, Bew, and are all friends, right?
Bo, Chad, and The, and Rogue. Yeah. Wait, so where was Damage then? Was one of
Damage was
them-
on the other team. I think that was the Rainer. Rogue Cat was the Anduin.
but weren't
Bobinski
they
was
a
the
group of
Gazlo,
4?
and was the what was the last person?
Anna?
No,
Damage,
Joanna.
Rogue Cat,
Joanna.
Bew.
Joe, Anduin, Gazlo, Rainer.
Yeah, the
and-
person I was
Bew
missing
is-
was Joe.
Yeah.
Bo?
I'm gonna jump up into Dev 3 really quick. I'll be right back. I'm checking temperatures and such.
Oh, my friends list is full. Hang on.
Like the same thing.
Hello, Team 1.
Yo.
Yes.
I'm swapping
Hello?
Taco and Anna. Just I don't think the teams were terribly out of balance, but this I think will possibly make that little bit of dial in to be a little bit closer. So my notes were all really for Team 2 because that's where I was watching, but I'm sure Chad and Silver Spy did a great job for you as well.
Yeah, they really gave it to us.
They said we should just give up.
Yeah.
Why are you guys even playing? Like, oh my
That's
god.
it.
I realize that Chad can be toxic sometimes. He does main Samuro, so it just kind of comes with the territory.
I mean, he hasn't told us to uninstall yet, so I think it's a good night.
Oh, I already got installed.
Like, that's a ghosted name just sitting
So,
there.
yeah, I mean, I would have, but I've already uninstalled it from their computers for them, so.
That's
All right,
advanced
I'm gonna-
toxicity right there.
I'm going to hop down to Dev 4, and then Taco and Anna will swap, and we can go live whenever you guys are ready.
Okay.
Oh,
Hello
I like
again,
seeing
Team
your
2.
casting.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Tuesday and Thursday, I believe I'm casting this week.
I'm not, because I was too lazy to cast this season.
You know, I had a hurricane come through, and then I had the Rona all mid-season. Like, that was in September. And then it just, several weeks, whatever. But I was like, playoffs need to get cast. So I'll tell captains, hey, I'm going to cough a lot, but if you want me to cast, I will. Just running a team and casting at the same time is difficult.
Yeah. All right,
Something
Taco.
about
We're gonna
practices.
banish you.
Oh, okay.
Good luck over
All
there.
right. Good luck with these people, Anna. I don't know them.
Okay. Team one's great. You'll like them.
Oh, good.
I forcefully moved him.
Hey, Anna.
Hello. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. Let's see. I got Anna, while I was not taking notes on your team as much as the other team, the one thing that I would say is the first Immortal, when you guys won it, we really wanted Gazlo bottom and you top to shut off towers, because all that Immortal got was towers and gate.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna 5-man defend, and I would be able to get something bought, and then it didn't work out. So.
Got it.
But yeah, but that would have made more sense and been less risky.
Yeah, I didn't listen to comms on your team at all, and was watching the blue team primarily. But oh, Zeph, you had one leap that was like 2 feet.
Yeah, I
That
hit
was
my
great.
keyboard. My mouse was like, oh, what the
Like, you just were sending a message or something. I'm gonna superhero land right here. This is my space.
Stutter step.
Yeah, you like jump next to Rainier. Boo!
I was just like, what kind of leap was that? Dude,
It was a hop.
yeah, there you go. It was a hop.
Yeah,
It was a lep.
It was a lap.
I'm back.
All right.
Am I the main tank here now? On a
Oh, yeah.
side piece?
I missed most of the draft because I ran upstairs to check on little ones. But when did we pick Lunara in relation to Raynor?
I already told you.
Lunara was 2-3, I think.
I know, but I want them to say it. Snow
Raynor. Oh.
Was Raynor their 1-2, and Lunara was your 2-3?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So Raynor outranges Lunara, is strong against her poison with his self-healing. I would recommend a different assassin than that, because she just gets pelted. So, alright, are you guys ready?
Yeah,
Team
I'll
two.
go tank here, I think, for our team.
Alright, Snowglare, I am muting in Discord.
Alright, I realized I had muted myself, but I can tank if you want to do damage.
How comfortable are you on tank? That's the question.
Team 2, you need to respond in chat
fine.
so they know.
Mine is not
Ready up.
great. Like, do you feel comfortable main tank?
I wish there was a
Only
ready
pressure
check
point,
button. That would be
calling
so
shot.
nice.
Yeah. Put it in all modes.
I guess not.
Okay. I will tank. I don't feel comfortable.
So
that
in World
position
of
either.
Warcraft, when you go to, you can have a
I
ready
can
check
handle
go to
macro
your
shot
whole group
calling,
or your
if
whole
that
raid,
helped.
and you can macro the button.
If you want
They
to
had
control team
that
fights. And...
in at least custom lobbies.
Macro shot calling, I like. My game is just showing me the void thing again. Oh no.
We're in. We don't have first pick.
Can you pick your hero though? Yeah, I can do that now.
Now
I don't know if it'll let me click it again though. Oh,
Side piece. You're an anchor. Come on. You're weighing us down.
I have a sneaking suspicion that we're only going to make it through
Vala
2 games
gets my
because we're
first
already
vote.
an hour and a half in.
They might ban Sonja.
Oh yeah, we can
In
see
the argument
everybody's
about
chat. We can even type to them
Vala
because we're
ban?
referees.
Nope, no argument here.
Okay.
Nope.
I would maybe ban Gaz.
Gaz before Artanis.
Are they gonna first pick Gaz, you think?
No.
I mean, first pick Artie if they ban Gaz?
I think Artie is up there as far as a priority. Gaz was really annoying.
Oh, banned their open
Yeah.
arrows. What the?
Any. Gaz or Artie?
Any
Uh,
thoughts?
I would think Gaz over Artie.
So what are they gonna
I don't know
first
who
pick?
their
Probably
offlane
this
is,
here.
and if they play Artie.
Would they go for
Bobinski is their off lane the first game.
I feel
And he
like
was playing the
something
Gaz,
here is
Oh. I don't really like that as the first.
she fits on anything, right? I think it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fine pick.
I think Artanis is a solid pick
just
here.
think probably just get her later.
Oh, that's a
Yeah, I
thing.
think you
I could
still
go
could
Artie
have
if you want.
gotten it later for free.
I think I
Yeah,
wanna go
what-
Artie.
I think Artie Stukov maybe?
Artie Stukov, I like that.
Okay.
So now if
Here's
I'm
your Artanis.
blue team, I pick up Rainer, or not Rainer, I pick up Cassia.
Bobinski said, wow. Aswich has like no mercy.
And
Whatever you do, don't pick
Grey
Greymane.
here.
Holy cow.
Yeah, pick Cassia. Please pick Cassia blue team.
Yes. Joe Cassie would be sweet.
I would worry about Greymane into Brightwing.
I think you would have gotten the Tychus. I think you just lock the
What do
Cassia.
we want instead?
Like Tychus is fine burst
Um,
damage,
Do you play
and he's got
Ming
enough
or Jaina?
ability damage that if people blind him, you don't really care. But I
I
think
could have
if you
saved Tychus for last for sure.
correct, if you locked Cassia here,
Sonya's
not
low.
only does she get the bonus damage from Joe, but you basically make it so that Artanis
Yeah.
does
All right,
no
you played Ming last
damage.
game.
I don't feel like they need to ban Sonya.
I'm curious as to, I don't know Bobinski's hero pool at all. I wish from here you could pull it up on screen. Like I suppose I could do hero's profile or something, but
Well, the right click his name in the lobby.
What are Muradin players on the other side?
I can play Burden pretty well.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
I can also
It's like
tank if you would
Highest
prefer,
levels
but
are
that variant's
Rag,
gonna be super
Thrall.
solid.
This is actually a
Thrall.
fantastic
Yeah,
map
very
for
weird.
Thrall, but he belongs in the
Unless you
4-man.
feel Cassie.
I cannot click again, so someone needs to change to so they don't lock.
There you go, Cassia. Oh, okay.
Forge a great destiny.
Thank you.
That's weird.
Cassia's safe now because they banned Muradin instead.
Thrall can definitely be a liability
Yeah, I was just
here,
hovering off,
especially
so-
on blue side because you have to clear
so
the
Ming
camp.
would want-
Get me.
But if Thrall was in the 4-man and somebody
Yeah,
else was
yeah, it's the offlaner. I mean,
yeah. For the
not the
offlaner,
greatest pick.
I almost think that Rag's fine. Yep. I really like the Chromie. I think she's fantastic and
How's
safe.
Taco on
And
Chromie?
Never seen it before. He usually tanks.
I'm just
Punch
glad
him
they
right in
didn't
the
go
groin.
into AA
In the
damage
tacos.
much, because red team's comp just shuts that down completely.
They might swap
Tychus
out
is like
to
their only
that.
A, and he has the trait to get around that.
The is a Joe main, so I don't really see that happening.
Might swap out to Bubinski.
Might.
Taco just gonna play
So,
Chrome.
Probably like the
That's-
variant here.
That's a thing. Oh,
which
it's
level
locked.
1 do you choose as
It's locked
Tychus?
back.
Well, I don't play Tychus. I could not answer that at all.
I guess I'm doing Ollie OBS.
Yeah, I just haven't seen much
So-
assassin play from Taco, so I don't.
You've got the grenade, which gives
Yeah,
you
it's
range
not one of the
and
few assassins that
damage.
I normally see him play.
You have the passive auto attack range, or
We shall see.
the other one, I believe. Oh, dang it! I've been draining my phone the last hour. The other one, I believe, is a dash mechanic.
Yeah, something dashing.
Yeah, it's actually called dash.
Ragnaros was the
Increase
first
the range of
bruiser I
running
tried
gun,
in
and it
competitive
gives you
with the
20% move
salt.
speed after.
Can't cleanse salt. We were
Well,
practicing.
move speed is always
Oh,
nice.
cool.
I actually think that could be a great way to just make the Lunara
Oh.
get caught, but we're looking at red team, not blue team.
Well, I'm looking at blue team right now. He went for
Not a
attack
real boy
range
till 4.
plus
Just
1.
Yeah,
Oh,
which is
wait,
fine
wait,
to
wait.
stay
There's
safe.
no Sylvanas, so I'm heading top.
Yeah, there's no Sylvana.
10 seconds.
We stole that Sylvanas from the other team.
3, 2,
I'm gonna do silence then.
let the battle begin.
Ah. Skype, that's what I was thinking of. I couldn't remember the name. Alright, I just realized I've got my...
You know who else outranges Lunara? Chromie. She has 7 attack range.
Alright, I turned off my cursor guide, so if they review this later, they don't have to see it.
On the globe.
Excellent.
So Ragnaros, you just want to walk past Artanis and clear the wave. Because what Artanis can do very well is clear the wave, so you just do that.
Kill the top art.
Ooh, that's a rough fight. Tennis has this under control unless he dives towers.
You're not a real boy.
You're not a real boy.
Nice silence.
Did the swap
We're
back.
at 130. They're not taking bot camp. Taco's
I
stepping
do
out
feel
pretty
like
far.
side piece is trying to find the side angle a little bit more this time.
Which could be
Iron skin
dangerous.
down.
Because I would say
Just fine.
normally that you want to be in one of those vents throwing spells, but there are traps
Gonna
in
want to
both
look at camp
vents.
pretty soon. I don't actually have camp clear for a little bit, so maybe we go early.
Luckily, Chromie
Stukov and I
doesn't
go to camp.
seem to want to activate her traps.
Yep.
So Anna's doing a good job of talking here.
Almost forest. There it is.
I want them to hold this camp on blue. Nope, too early.
Oh yeah, that was way too early. Red has pretty good camp timing because they started this early, but they didn't take it.
Although if blue gets the second
They
camp
are
for
going
it,
to camp it a bit early.
they're gonna be ahead, but they need to get in position. So red just needs to be getting in position. I don't like anything beyond that.
I think they just need to forward clear this spot out.
They'll get in position still too.
I can stay bot to
Start
clear
hitting the
this.
immortals, Zephy.
Oh, Taco's very low on mana.
Yeah, just run at Taco.
Get him.
Nice job.
So she's got nature's
Oh.
calling. She doesn't want to run a taco. She wants to.
Let's go.
No, I think it's good to
Defensive.
abuse the Chromie.
Yeah,
lack
but
of
did
mana.
you see how much Chromie chunked her for chasing in?
Well, no, the camp chunked her.
During chat time?
Oh.
That was the problem. Is she
There's
she
some free buff.
slowly backed out. She's still autoing the camp while it was autoing her in return. That took a big chunk out of her health.
Alright, so good news. Zephy learned the first point.
We can give and get
last
healthy.
game.
They have like,
Yep.
they have basically nothing right now.
Okay. So side piece.
Blue should just give here and get soak.
You.
Yeah, Ming can just poke it, no?
Oh, actually, yeah, totally
Yeah,
right.
Ming just gets this.
They're all
for free.
standing in front of it, though.
She
No
started
one else
using
really
the
needs to
walls
take it.
right as I said that.
I could also go.
Oh,
Like
why
that.
is Sartinus going in?
Because he knew the shield would get him out.
Kill here.
Where does it go? Okay, heading bot.
Right wing?
This game is gonna flip really hard though when Chromie gets level 8. If they're not paying attention, she's going to just go. So right here, if I'm blue team, I actually think I leave Rag top for him to go Molten Core and send Tychus bottom. Because he just has to pick up the soak, right?
Yeah, that would be a good pivot.
3C4 is on top.
Zeph, that was a lousy phase prism.
Oh, Brightwing's free.
Nice. Nice silence.
Yeah, she got too close,
So,
I'm guessing, looking
don't
for
do that.
Molly.
Fort. Get the fort. Top camp. Top camp.
The fort's gonna die, right? Okay.
Oh, I didn't predict Stukov.
Their
Yeah,
healer's
Brady
also
was
down. We can
Stukov
still get
is
top
on
camp.
the top camp.
Okay, I'm going.
I don't think you want top camp.
Kill the Chromie, kill the Chromie.
Brightwing
Taco
Z bot.
went way too forward.
Yeah,
But yeah, they're fighting in a choke that favors Chromie more than it favors
I'm
me.
very low right now.
Yeah. Which is why they should have
But I
killed
can
the
tap and
Chromie.
engage.
Alright, they got the camp.
But they didn't focus.
Alright. Keladorn.
Oh, Lunardi's.
That was
not
my
do that.
bad.
Come the bush. Alright, I was writing a note, so what happened? She just went out in front of the tower?
Yeah, Lunara was up too far with very little health. That's what beat this game. People keep stepping up too far. And at least both teams are doing well to punish that. That's something.
Back camp. Back camp.
Build a minion.
Actually, I
Or
like
XP
leaving
Glob
that
already
minion
here.
for where the wave will be. but
Here, Bob, we don't
We
see
don't
that.
need to
would
win
be
this. We
nice.
don't need to win this. Just stay safe bottom.
This camp timing's fantastic for red.
There is no
But it's better for blue.
justice.
Not really.
It's later, so it's better. I mean, their timing on getting to the Immortal is worse.
Yeah, that's why it's not really.
Oh, the big fight.
Wranglers.
Yeah,
No, that's.
I couldn't hear
nice.
anything there.
blue team just pushed R to win.
Yep.
I
Side
heal.
piece just
Yeah,
needs to
pressure
mana.
top.
Well,
No, Zebby's needs to go home.
You have a camp bot there too.
yeah, if side piece, if you don't have
we
a
take,
tap, you
shot.
just need to go home, my friend.
Johnson.
Shoulder's dead.
This is accomplishing nothing.
On the race,
And he's
Swimmy?
still going.
Good race.
The didn't need to chase the willow.
Cannot remain
10 seconds for suppression pulse.
Okay.
Rag's showing top. We can take this fight. Rag's showing top.
Yep. It's aggressive. It's right.
You can't take the fight because you have 1 damage healer.
Great job, guys.
Coming auto attack.
Okay.
Go.
Well,
Joe's coming down.
somehow that worked.
Alright, we can
Yeah,
just
Ming
bring
has
yeah.
12 mana when I clicked onto her.
That was basically a 4v4, but they did it like it was a 6v2.
Bottom.
Heading top.
Should I give Taco the Obi-Wan speech? You were supposed to bring balance to the teams, not destroy them.
Please don't.
Up tower first.
So actually the answer is sidewall first. You want to open up a sidewall. I do like the change
Well, they
here.
got it after, eventually.
Now they kill the
There,
system.
see it's dead. Now Varian can afford to be way more aggressive there, because for export, he can die for free.
Ooh, that blink heal over the wall almost got scary.
Oh wow, our chance is really low. What is he gonna
We could position for their bruisers.
Yeah.
No, not the bruisers. Although she didn't hear me talk about the value. But the bruisers
Oh,
is...
no, we can't, because it's not up.
Jabates.
You
The
bomb.
Chrome is showing top. They're probably going for
Where
top
are they?
camp.
Where are they going? They're going nowhere.
Okay, rotate up top.
Blue team just ran around in a circle. That's
Ryan's here.
useful.
We're going top.
2 bot. 3 bot.
Go hard top.
Yeah,
Go
so
hard
blue
top.
team just needed to make a choice.
Oh yeah, they're all bot.
Well, they got to clear their camp.
They get to siege
Wait,
for free too.
Why didn't they loop our tennis?
Aggressively.
Oh yeah, loop is up. I like
Step
this
on
call
the
right now by blue team.
Pushing top. There you
Except
go.
that
Trade.
Taco's over the wall. Taco's just trying to be cheeky.
Well, they got him eventually, but...
Don't die, Zeffy. Just get out.
There's still 5 bot.
I never get tired of people saying that just as the offlaner
Great
dies.
fort for keep.
That's classic.
Yep.
But yeah, Taco
I'm gonna
got
do
way
a
too cute
small
there,
swipe.
flipping around
They hurt
for
back.
probably like
Hey,
10
we're
seconds
still
there. He
here.
wasn't even throwing out spells.
Good loop, getting the fort if it's up.
Shield.
Yes!
Oh, they're-
Did you see the grenade into the
I
smash
did not
though?
see it.
Oh, so Tychus threw a
I came up
grenade
too late.
and then Rag smash hit.
They're racing? Oh, okay.
Oh wow, we
Yeah,
have
they-
smash rag. That's
Fine, just play it safe.
Smash Rag's great, but with the macro choices
like
we've
it.
seen, Lava Wave would have got some mega value.
I'm up in 5. We can play defensively. Just defend top or defend bottom. Defend bottom.
All of us?
Yeah, all of
All
you
of
us. Oh, Rag backed out and didn't need to. At least not yet. Yeah, blue team needs to utilize the Chromie a little bit more. And quit trying to kill Zeffy and just finish the Immortal.
Okay.
Nice.
Poor Rag.
Defend
Taco just had to kill the Immortal and then the whole team could have turned on Zeffy.
Our tennis casually went in a 1v2. Trala.
Alright, we should be able to just ignore bot for the time being.
Dwindles before me. I will bring down the gates.
4 seconds on temporal loop.
They're all up.
Waiting for the charge.
Just temporal loop someone, they don't have
They
cleanse.
stick around too long.
You know, it'd be interesting to see Rag come up here and go into fort on the retreat.
There we go, there we go.
We'll be blind.
Oh, kill the Stukadov.
Oh, the rude immortal stuff.
So right there, I think Caledorn was just
I guess it's out of mana.
too cute, kind of like Taco. was
Yeah,
before
if Rag
bottom.
is up here right now, sitting behind the fort, and they just keep retreating, lure them in. Oh man.
They might be going for our bruisers. Yep, they absolutely are.
Oof, that's a
Don't-
lot of damage.
Don't take that invade.
Can we tap? Can we?
Yeah,
Don't-
Ming with the
don't
exact
do
same
it,
build
Blue.
here, and I
Probably
think
not.
Force Armor would have been
Here.
really useful.
Oh, at level 1.
They did not
Yeah.
go it.
Last game, they didn't have magic
We're gonna
damage
get our top
really,
camp then.
so I liked the Aether Walker, but this game, she's eating a lot of crummies.
So blue team sees Zeph down here.
Oh, nope.
Blessed
So
Shield.
they
actually
didn't go
would've
for a
gotten really
back
good
camp, huh?
value there.
Safe.
They did not. No.
And they were chasing me instead of finishing that.
I've seen a
Are you
couple
almost done
times
that?
where
Do you need my
Blessed would have
damage?
gotten a kill,
We're almost done.
Okay.
and of course Loop, as we've mentioned. They're not pulling the
We don't
trigger
see
on
them.
stuff very hard.
I would guess
So-
they're on their bruisers.
Wisp usage, Lunara.
Clear this.
Where is Wisp? Get in there.
It's bottom.
It's currently
Let's go race.
top center.
Yeah. See it.
Oh, you got tempo looped. He's gonna die.
Wow, so
Oh! That swap unstoppable though. I mean, he died anyway.
They used
but-
all of their ults on me? Wow. Kill him, boy!
I don't know about you, but I have zero issue spending 5 ults for a kill this late in the game.
Yeah, just
If
throw
they don't
everything at 'em.
respond to top, we get keep.
Yeah,
I mean, we're gonna get
they used all their
beat.
ults already
Even
though.
if they
I saw
responded
Sylph
now, that keeps gonna
Hammer.
fall.
Let's go bottom. Let's go bottom. Race against them.
So,
There's the key.
Oh, Tychus barely didn't get hit by 2
So
servants.
Pending halftime.
that part was not worth the kill. The heroics, yeah,
Art's
but
up in 5.
the missing soak, not so much. Losing the keep, not so much.
Defend bottom.
Temporal loop is up again, Taco. You need to use it, bro.
I mean, it's always up.
Essentially. Wow, he took
Yes,
stuck
Crummy
at
double
does have
too,
her
so-
level 20.
So it's just, it's
Am I
just
just
infinite.
gonna race? I'm just gonna race, right?
Oh,
Oh.
you see that smash? Okay, so the short version there.
We're going
is
too
that
far for this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
Lunara's not a tank.
I dove into her.
Destroy them. Yep, that is correct. Blue team should win here. I mean, they can't technically blow through core before everybody's up, but I don't know. They have a
They
pretty
want to
massive
make
advantage
sure.
right now.
Oh, does Rag have molten core? He does.
Oh, obviously. And he took heroic, so big core.
Yeah, they just need to get through
We got
this
20s.
fort and instantly go molten core because the duration's so long that you just go nuts.
Oh no, they're blind!
That was an early blind set. The wall was
Yeah, they didn't actually stop any damage with that.
Oh, Zeph doesn't have an unstoppable now.
Wow.
And that should be game.
Double.
Yeah.
What
Molten
is
core,
that?
here
Yep,
we
he's
go.
getting in.
I'm
Time
yeah.
trap.
Doing it. Yeah, they can't stop it. GG.
PG.
Yeah, that just basically unfortunately the entire game didn't matter. It was just that one fight. They just won on the one fight.
You'll want to unmute Snowglare.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So the first note that I wrote down, as soon as I started writing it down, side piece, you were doing this anyway. So on the Immortal, Li Ming of course you want to use the walls as much as possible, and because the camp was gone, that concave on your safe side where your camp would be is fantastic. It's so difficult for anybody on the other team to reach you. Sure, Chromie could dump something, but that puts her in a dangerous spot now, and they just can't. So you, as soon as I wrote that down, you started doing it from the lower loop, but that wall from the camp area is fantastic for Li Ming. I did see that you were consciously trying to wave clear a little bit better, so good job. I liked the sleep timings that we had. We had a lot of anticipatory, if that's even the right word, but we were trying to predict where they were going to be or where our Varian was jumping through, and that worked rather well. Caledorn just left, but we want our tanks to become the bush, the top camp where neither team had a healer. If Varian had been in the bush, we would have killed Chromie, but instead they moved into position, and Johanna could eat the Ming shots for less damage because of our closeness and how Li Ming's orb works. But the Chromie stuff still hit for full value is the tough part there. Right after that camp, Anna, you stepped out and Chromie popped you. And if you go back and watch the video, you'll hear me say this game's gonna flip as soon as Chromie hits 8, and she popped you. And so the short version there is, if you're any squishy and you're low enough that Chromie can kill you in one shot and your healer's not there, it's just time to go home. The wall might be lost if we leave, but we definitely lose the wall if we die. So similar to what I was saying last game, if someone comes into our house and starts chewing on our walls, we wouldn't be very happy about that. We'd kick them out. We definitely want that fervor in protecting our walls in the Nexus, but if we've got an artillery that's going to one-shot us, we just need to be more careful. We didn't have a cleanse short of a self-cleanse by Lunara and a self-cleanse from Artanis. And so it's a tough one, absolutely, but they absolutely used Temporal Loop to punish us several times. There was a time where we took the bottom camp, and obviously we have, imposter vision here in the control booth, but the blue team just kind of ran in a big circle while we took that camp. And in that scenario, we had very good wisp usage. There was another time where we said in comms, hey, this team's going to invade our right camp. And during that, the wisp was stationary in the top center bush until it expired. And so we do want to make sure we're moving that around a lot. For Shadow Luigi, I know you and Caledorn don't play a whole lot together, but there was a few times where a taunt could have been a kill if he was prepping you for it. You did have a lot of predictive silences, but if we can make sure those combo together, especially where we've got a Ming orb that can come up and follow it, we just want to work with our tank on that. Even if it's as simple as if you're in Storm Lake and you just ping that your lurking arm is ready. I get that it's always tough when you're not in comms, but we strive to be excellent to each other at all times, just like Bill and Ted taught us, and before that, other famous people. But we do want to try to ping that. I did notice, and maybe it's just that Anna Ressa and Caledorn kind of dominated the comms, but Side Piece and Shadow Luigi, the more you can break out of that nervousness, and again, first time playing with these people, no worries. But the more we can work on that, the better it will help our team. And we can, from every position, we can give good information to help the team win. You guys played really well. You led the majority of the game. It was just the final team fight, and then it was 20s, and they killed enough of you that you couldn't get away from it. Zeph, you had a couple unfortunate deaths. I'm on the death screen right now. You have the most in the game. There was one really sick swap that you got out of Temporal Loop because of it that I was nerding over here out.
On Joe?
Yeah. But I know a lot of times you play very safe in the solo lane. There was just a few times where they caught you because of that.
Yeah, they were. I had a feeling that they were trying to hunt me because I was the race option for our team.
Oh, and when you said they just spent all 5 ults on me, I mean, not really 5 because Bright Wings was a healing ult, but same idea. From my perspective, I will spend 5 ults to kill one person at level 18 any day. No problem. That gives me 40 seconds that I don't have to see your ugly Protoss face. So it was fine. They then let you guys get a couple kills, I think, right after that. But when we got the top camp to take the top keep, so that it wasn't that we got no value there, but it's just being a little bit safer. And unfortunately, just our comp again, it didn't come with cleanses, and that hit us a few times pretty hard with the temporal loop and then the double temporal loop. So there was a few cutesy things that I didn't like from either team. Taco had one where he went all through the bottom channel to get behind your fort to temporal loop you, and he could have just temporal looped you in front of the fort and you'd have been dead. We had one like that where Keladorn was sitting in a bush until they passed, and then we didn't get the Bright Wing. So there's too many scenarios as we go through sports, as we go through gaming, as we go through political campaigns, whatever. When someone tries to be cute, it's not impressing me if you lose the game, if that makes sense. From a military perspective, if you try to do something cute under my command, I'm going to crush your hope and dreams of all future.
Oh, no.
Because when you try to do something cute in the military, you put somebody else at risk, and that's their life. And so if we can play straight up and still win, trying to make a flashy play, I'm not interested. Invading a camp at the wrong time because it's flashy may just lose us the game. Now, that's not what happened in this case, but a few of those cutesy things don't get us the win. And so, again, from a military perspective, you risk somebody else's life with that, and I would have you court-martialed. And so it's looking at that in sports. If we look at Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game, everybody knows Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in the game. What most people don't realize is that Wilt Chamberlain's team lost that game because he was a ball hog showboating jerk during the game and didn't work with his teammates. So if we can tighten up and play with the fundamentals, those often will win us the game. Again, this one it got late enough in the game that it was a single team fight that decided it. It didn't matter all of the good we had done before that. It just got late enough into the game with 20s and a couple deaths, and boom, they won the game. So it's just finding that balance. But overall, I think there was some good stuff. I definitely think there's some nuance or details where we can go in, and if we make this change, then all of a sudden things are a little bit better. But typically it's not the difference of 5% more damage that changes things so much as if we just have a little bit better cohesion as a team. But essentially we're 5 randos in comms. But there was some macro choices that we did very well. I actually think in that last team fight, because we were ahead of structure, we didn't necessarily need to fight. We could have just raced, and when they come in, we back off, kind of like Sky Temple. So you race while they're there, or while they're not there, and as soon as they come in, everyone gets to safety. And as soon as you see your Immortal's health start ticking down, you know somebody's racing, and you go back in. And you make it so that it's at least a 4v5 in that scenario. Or if you're defending under your Immortal, then it's a 6v5, and you're making so that the Immortal absorbs some of the dangerous stuff, whether that is a Chromie Q or whatever that comes flying, because he didn't take Pierce. You let the Immortal take that one, and now you have 3 seconds that you can run at Chromie, which I realize doesn't sound like a lot, but in a MOBA, 3 seconds is a big deal.
Forever.
So, we're not going to do a round 3 given that we've already gone our 2 hours, but thanks everybody for being here. Any questions for me before we shut her down?
Nope.
I realize that I probably sounded really serious this time compared to last time. But overall, I think you guys played really well, and we got to that coin flip type of a moment. And my basement is ridiculously warm. Side note. Okay. Well, thanks everybody. I'm going to shut down the broadcast. I will upload this to YouTube and have it in the CCS Dev Days master playlist if anybody is interested. And I will try to put in, again, both the Not Paradox and the Ishbu videos into the description so that you can follow up on that as well. Thanks everybody.